What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday night. I mentioned in my previous video about how I circumvent the 800 stash limit. I've been playing since beta. Um, when I found, I love Fallout 4. When they came out and said that 76 was going to be in the hills of West Virginia where I grew up, I immediately bought the game. I was watching the E3 conference and buying it at the same time. Um, but unfortunately, that game was completely different than this game now. And I'm grateful for all the changes and totally love this game. But anyways, so they used to have a 200 stash limit. So you had to get very creative with how you used your stash. Because 200 was nothing. And it was 400, and it was 600, and then they finally made it 800. And so what we used to have to do at the beginning is you had to use all 5 characters. And so I got my main character, and then my original beta character. But this character is just all the stuff that I want to keep, like outfits and guns that friends give me and things like that I don't want on my 800 gameplay, but I would like to keep. So I move all my stuff, all my Foshnot stuffs over here. Basically anything that I want to keep, bobbleheads, things like that. And then I have my 2 mules, and then my nades and ammo guy. So I got 3 characters that I can generate and just turn on the stash. So here I'll load one up. So this is my aid guy. So the only thing that this character has on him is chems. Any type of food, beer, drink, chem is on this guy. And so what I do is I'll play on my main guy. I play as him until I get my 800 stash limit. Then the following morning I log in and I move stuff around my characters. I can only do this because of Fallout First. So what you have to do is you have to find a central location that you like, move all of your characters to that location. So all my mules are always at White Spring Station unless I'm selling. If I'm selling, then I move them back to my camp or their camp. But if any other time they're at White Spring Station, that way I can log real easy. And here I'll show you. So instead of having 800, I have 4,000 is now my stash limit. And I could keep anything I want because I got, like I said, I got my other character that has all my other stuff I want to keep. And then, so this guy's here at White Spring Station. And I'll show you, I literally have nothing on this guy but aid. So, aid. And I do mean aid. I mean, he's got some stuff. But as you see, I got 15K just on this mule. And it's all from selling crap. And selling this stuff. So, I sell my Rataways for 10, diluteds are 5, all my chems are 10, all my diluteds are 5, food, toxic water for bloody characters are 0, the moldy food I'm going to get rid of, but the bourbons are 1, the canned dog food I sell for 2, I got 15K just by doing that. So we don't have to have the resources to be able to set this up, but I just have this store right in front of Vault 76 free fast travel for people, I sell all the time. Now, it might take you a couple of days, 3, 4 days to sell all your stuff. So while I'm working, you can't play the game while you work. So what I do is I get up in the morning, move all my stuff over my characters, and then while I'm working, I just put a rubber around my fourth controller that I don't use, and I let him stay on the server, and that way I can sell my stuff while I work, and that way I can, when I get off work, I can play the game and not have to worry about stash limit. So all my mules have the same exact build. It's a 3-floor, 4 vendors, a workbench, a stash box, and a place to chill. I have the food vendor on my mules, or the food Electron. That way, because you're always going to need food for them. And that's what I do. And so, now I'm back at my camp. I gotta get back to White Spring. And I'll just move some stuff and show you how easy it is. I love that camp. That was my little camp during Fashion Night. But he gone. It's always nice to have the event, your camp next to the event. It's just awesome. So I'm back here at White Spring. I'll just log out, but before I do that, I'll show you. So the trash can that I use is right down here. And let's see. Let's pick something out of the stash box. Let's do right away. Put it in this ice bin. Log out. Now you don't have to immediately log back in. There is like a 3-minute buffer. Probably like 1 to 2 minutes. But I would log it back in. When I did my Foshnot mask and my guns, I didn't waste time. There's only been one time that this didn't work for me. And me and my buddy was playing. We come out of Foshnot, and someone had dropped like a ton of those plans, the Christmas plans, the Duke plans. So I picked them up. I'm giving them to all my friends who haven't played, but I was trying to transfer them over to characters. Well, as soon as I exit the game and went to my private server and did all that, it was gone. It crashed. That's the only time it hasn't worked. Every other time has worked. I should have been by White Springs. But this is why I moved my camp. So my main base, I guess you would call it, is here at White Springs. My other backup characters camp is here on the other side of the divide. The White Springs station. And if you're saying that you don't have Fallout first, so you can't do this, and you're in the responders group, so shoot me a message. My name's Travis. I'm in the group. TWayne81 is my PSN. Um, by all means, shoot me a message. I have done this for so many people. Letting them play in my private map and doing it. I'll even stay there and make sure your stuff's there if you want me to. Or if you want me to stay away like some people, and you just want to do your thing, that's cool too. I won't interfere. But as you see, come down here, and there's the routerway. And you can literally do this. But see here on my main character, I got about 369. Don't really have a lot of casual outfits here. Just my legendaries that I'm going to be trading in. My hazmat suit. My razor blade. Why do I have 3 missiles? What's going on here, Trav? Let's have a talk. So, as you see, it's pretty easy. And then, wait, you might be thinking, well, if you move everything to your backup, eventually you'll have no space on it. Well, let me show you. You wouldn't. You'd actually be pretty surprised. But yeah, I know there's groups that you could pay someone 1,000 caps to do this. Don't do that. That is stupid. Don't pay 1,000 caps. Just send me a message. I'll do it for free. I get it. It's a grind to have all this, and paying 1,000 caps. Now, back in the day, when the game first came out, in fact, in beta, it was much more than 1,000 caps. And the funny thing is, we didn't even have 1,000 caps. Only a couple people at that time had 1,000 caps, because it was only like 2-3 hours that you got to play, like windows of 2 to 3 hours. So you didn't know how to play the game yet, so you couldn't really amass a small fortune like you can now. But people would be like 5,000, and they're like, dude, I only have 500. So this is my my storage of all the things I want to keep. See, he's on the opposite side of the street, and I haven't finished building this. But this is a little thing. Each of my characters. Whoa, Beckett. Each of my characters have some stash in there. Not much junk, but you see I only have 249 on here. I got my explosive anti-lever. I got some 2 shots that my friends have given me. And all the outfits. And no, I know I have some stuff that people want in here, but no, it's not for trade. I'm just showing you. So eventually when I get the time, what I plan on doing is I'm going to display all my stuff on this character that I want to keep. And then that way, if there's rumor that there is still a vendor's thing, then I don't have to worry about anybody stealing my stuff, because it's on this character. I'll never sell on this character. All the money that I got on this character, I sell serums. So I'll move serums over to this guy daily, log in, get the 1,400 log out, and then when things like the Christmas event comes by, then I got 30K on 4 different characters that isn't touched, you know. And it's also another way of being able to get the stuff that you want, like my anti-armor explosive lever action. But if you notice, those missiles are still here too. So technically, you could just drop the items. As long as you log back in with the character that you want, you'll be alright. But I don't trust that. I do not trust that. And I wouldn't use cigarette machines or newsstands because they have limited budgets, it seems like. Whereas this ice cooler, see, it says 345. They all say 345, but they just seem, this seems like it carries more. You can put about 5 guns in this thing and it'll fill up. I wouldn't use the suitcases. You could use the suitcases. I wouldn't. There's been times that one of these hasn't loaded in. And if it just so happens it's your turn, then you lost all your stuff. But again, you know, it's like I said, chems on one, plans and guns on the other mule that you want to sell, and ammo and nades on the third. And then your other backup is the stuff that you want to keep. If you do that, you'll never have any problems with stash limit. The only thing you might have an issue with is constantly being at cap limit. Once I finally get some of this stuff sold, I'll probably be back at the cap limit right in time for the next event, and hopefully I can buy a bunch. It seems like the mole miners this time, the mole miner pails were a little bit more expensive than the Christmas gifts, so I believe that they're going to be more expensive the next event too. So, but anyways, like I said, if you can't do this or you don't want to trust the game not loading, I get that. But it's only been one time that this hasn't worked for me. I'm going to post this video to the group, so you'll see it. If you ever want me to help you just transfer stuff over, I have no problem doing that either. But anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this vid. You know, I certainly hope if you like it, hit that thumbs up button. And I hope you guys have a great Saturday night. Take it easy.